the fullness of the gospel.
Right.
Coming from them and coming from Joseph Smith.
I think leaving the LDS church, it was a slow progression out. So my uncle was my bishop.
Yep. Piped. Draw hitter?
Yeah.
Right there.
It used to be a butter cut,
Yeah.
butter fade.
Love it.
Sometimes I have like literally the worst tendency to come over the top, and it's been that way since I was.
Oh my gosh.
Since I was
fought
like
that for the first
born.
2 years. I hate that.
It's like my tendency, and it might be till the day I die, but
But if it fits,
it fits. Yeah,
plays it well.
I know
then
how to
you're
do
good.
it.
Yeah.
like
absolutely.
work it, but
Yeah. See you. Got the homie Leighton here, out here crushing your driver right now.
thank you. Oh,
You're good now, but obviously you're working on getting your PGA associates.
I am.
What are some things you've been learning, and what are some tips that you can give to someone who's looking to pursue that same thing?
So currently I am a PGA associate.
Okay.
And I'm working on getting my, becoming a member of
Nice.
the PGA.
Yep.
So it is supposed to take about like 3 years if I'm on track.
Right.
Currently I'm actually still enrolled in college.
Okay.
So I'm trying to balance all of that stuff out.
Right.
But I would say to anybody looking to get into it, to just do it.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to just like get yourself to get enrolled. But once you're in the program, you can play in section events.
Nice.
You can get associated with other members of the PGA, and it just creates a good foundation for finishing it and getting through it, because the people around you are going to be your biggest resource,
Right.
and it's going to be what helps you in the long run.
Right.
So
That's awesome.
that's what I would say, honestly.
That's awesome. The way you're crushing this driver, man, it's probably going to influence more people to get their associates, man. But I'll let you keep warming up here. See you.
I love the questions that you like created.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I try to do my research as best I can.
It's so good.
Yeah.
What made you want to start this podcast?
Thanks. It's funny everybody calls it a podcast. It's a show, but it does run as a podcast. But obviously, as a player, you love competing. You miss competing. And I was like, man, I need to do something that like gets me out there competing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't play football anymore. I love playing basketball, and I was good at basketball, but your body's so beat up from playing that you can't be as productive in basketball. And then obviously I experienced YouTube golf. I was already a fan of the actual sport in itself, but then like, you find these other ones like Bob Does Sports, Kaylin Henderson that you mentioned, and I'm just like, dog, I don't really, I see the joy in the entertainment of it. I was like, man, I don't see a Christ-centric presence.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I'm gonna try my best to infiltrate the YouTube golf space and compete with people and share the gospel while we're doing so.
I love it.
So it helps me feed that hunger of like wanting to compete and play against people, but also be able to share the gospel. But I also like because it service the guests, because they get to tell their stories. People might not want to hear me talk and stuff like that, but like
Whatever.
they'll be interested in Leighton. So, but it gives me the same structure like football. It's like, I got Leighton this Friday, so I got to practice this Tuesday. Thursday will be this.
Yeah.
Walk through Thursday, game day
Totally.
Friday against Leighton. So then,
Like you getting in the mindset
yes, absolutely.
and working hard. Oh, I love
Yeah.
competitive golf. It's like
It's been fun.
better than anything.
All right, so unfortunately, like I just did there, bladed my chip a little bit. As you're, again, in the PGA Associate program, what are some tips you can give people who are struggling with chipping in regards to like blading?
In regards to blading and just overall chipping, I would say that's when a player is getting a little too wristy.
Okay.
And maybe the tempo isn't there. So my, let's say 3 biggest things if somebody's struggling with their chipping is going to be to keep a Y in your swing.
Yep.
So just all the way through. And then focusing on keeping the butt of the club at your stomach.
Oh, nice.
Also, weight on your left foot.
Right.
A lot of people will get back, and if your weight is on your back foot, what's your club gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, has nowhere to go except up and into the ball.
Yeah.
So I think those are the 3 biggest things
Yeah.
to just focus on when you're
Yeah.
struggling with chipping.
That's awesome. I'll make sure I apply that today, man. I don't want to blade any chips, man, because this can get ugly fast with your caliber of player you are. All right, great drive by you, obviously, man. I can already tell you're a dog. I already knew you were a dog.
Thanks.
But speaking about dogs, I'm a big fan of LPGA.
Uh-huh.
I know you told me you're huge fans of obviously former world #1 Nelly Korda, as well as Leighton Shosted, who's also a dog on the tour.
Yeah.
What are some things you like about both their game individually or maybe together?
I really love Nelly Korda's demeanor because she's always just very, I don't know, like zen, very chill, very peaceful is the vibes and like the energy that I get from her.
Yeah.
And I really admire that, especially on the course when things aren't going to go your way. And so you kind of do need to be very level-headed.
Right.
And then Lexi Thompson just rips at the ball.
Oh my God.
And literally from when I was very little, I just was like, wow, she's so cool.
She's amazing. Yeah.
So I literally, from a very young age, wanted to hit the ball like her.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's kind of where my inspiration comes from.
Love it.
But
yeah. That's awesome. So for me, in terms of favorite golfer, people judge me because it seems random, but it's not. I love Mal Sago. She won the Chevron Championship this year.
Yeah.
Yep. Finished her rookie year last year. She
sick.
finished second in the Annika major award winner race. She lost to Minji Lee.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I just love her. She doesn't really dominate in any category, but she's just a really good golfer.
Totally.
Then my favorite swing on tour, I love Lynn Grant's swing.
Lynn Grant has such a good swing.
Her ball striking is amazing.
She just is like pure.
Right. Yeah. And ironically, she won the Annika tournament right before the CME Tour Championship. I nerd out about golf, so I just talk about golf all day.
I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, I love her swing because I have a short back swing. Hers is like short and loopy, so it almost gives me something to study. So I love Lynn Grant's swing.
When you can find something about like a professional golfer's swing that you can emulate, because not everybody's swing is the same.
Right.
It's really nice because it gives you some reassurance, even though because there's not one perfect swing.
Right.
And so when you can learn to, I don't know, have kind of the same as someone else, it's nice.
I believe it. Driving range verse of the week is 1 John 4:8. It says God is love. So why are we rejecting him? Now back to this episode of Golf and Gospel. All right, so both of us just had terrible holes on the last par 4, both finishing with double.
Yeah.
But as a college athlete, what was your mindset after an exploited hole like that can possibly ruin your score?
Well, I mean, a lot of the times in college golf, you have so much more to make up, right? And not to mention, golf is just like, it can be a lot when you're putting your all into it. And you can sometimes spiral, which I have done for sure.
For sure.
But when I have certain holes like that, I really just try like take a deep breath. I'm like, okay, you're fine.
Right,
like literally it's just a hole and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So why would I like put any energy into that shot when it has no relevance?
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of just take a deep breath, try to stay level-headed. Even when I have a good hole, I don't get like super hyped about it. Same with a bad hole, I don't get super like low about it.
It kind of goes back to what you said about Nelly Korda just kind of staying like zen and chill. Obviously, there's a competitive nature we have as athletes, but it's like
100%. It's a fire in you for
we
sure.
want to make up for it.
Yeah. I think it also, you shouldn't be focused on the past too much or the future too much.
Yeah.
Same with like if you're golfing and you want to play really well, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna have this birdie, I'm gonna make this. You need to be in the present. And it talks about that a lot in the scriptures as well. That you need to be in the present moment. So I love that.
What is it when it? I can't quote. I'm pretty decent at quoting scripture, but
I need to
when
be
it pretty
better
much.
at that.
Nah, it's okay. I'm not saying like it's a
No, it's so
necessity.
sick though.
Yeah.
It's like awesome.
Right. I'm thinking about where it says like, don't worry about tomorrow. Like tomorrow's enough in itself. So like currently, like stay present. So we can't be worried about, let's say, hole 6 right now. We need to be worried about here about hole 5. So okay, let's see what we got. I hit like a little fade. You hit a nice little. Oh, we're both right there.
We're just next to each other.
Yeah. All right, man. You won that hole. Can't believe I missed that putt. But I want to get to the gospel portion of the episode. And I want to start off with a disclaimer. All my LDS friends, peers, I love you dearly. The scriptures tells us to love our neighbor. That does not mean it does not apply to other religions. It absolutely does. But Leighton, you grew up a part of the LDS church.
Did.
What led you to start following the God of the Bible as opposed to the Mormon religion, if that's the appropriate question?
So it's funny that you ask it that way, because I think so many people imagine the God of the LDS church a little bit different than the God of the Christian faith. Because it's so interesting, and it's something I'm actually working on and like trying to differentiate in my head, because the Trinity is so different than what the LDS church believes. And I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it is that I believe, because I was conditioned because to believe that it's God the Father and then literally Jesus Christ the Son and the Holy Spirit is somebody different, or an essence that's different. Oh yes.
Okay. Hers?
Yes, your
Leighton.
first name.
Leighton.
Leighton, L-A-Y-T.
Leighton.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
But yeah, you said you were trying to differentiate between obviously the Trinity of the Bible
Yes.
and what the LDS thinks of the Trinity as well.
Yeah, so it's different because in Christianity, I actually in church literally this past Sunday it was talked about, and I was like, I'm trying to figure this out. But anyways, that's besides the point. My family and I, it was a slow progression out, and I actually fell away from the gospel and from God for a while. And it was last summer, not this past summer, but summer of 2024, that I kind of didn't believe in God at all.
Wow.
So I went from being LDS, very straight-laced in my religion, very in the LDS faith, believed in the Book of Mormon, and I and my family left in 2020. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, let's hit these two shots. I want you to get your mindset on that. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Very, very interesting.
No, because it is, I mean, my faith journey is like something that makes me who I am, and it's like something that's like I'm still working on and recently have like become very strong in. And I love talking about it.
That's
but
awesome.
There's just so much to my story.
I believe it.
Where do I start?
I believe it. So to continue, Tan, where'd you leave off at? Like,
my family and I left in
2024? 2020, excuse me.
And it was a bit of
how the community
quarantine.
Treat you once you guys left?
So it's so okay. There's so much to this. And I have so many friends in the church. And
that's why I started off saying I still love them guys.
And there have been even points where I'm like, oh, like, is this something like between 2020 and now? I'm like, is it just me wanting something different, or is this actually true, or like what is it? Like, it's my faith journey and I don't know, spiritual warfare, if you want to call it like that. I don't know. But what was I saying?
I asked you how the community treats you.
Oh yes. Okay, so
yeah.
Community. My do you know like the
general terms?
General terms? Okay. So my uncle was my bishop. At that time. And it was really hard because they were in our same ward, and all of my family is LDS. And everybody in my family honestly took it to heart.
Wow.
Because they care for us they believe it's the truth. And but for us, for me and then other members of my family, it was just very not what we wanted. And we learned things historically, among other things scripturally, as I've dove into my Christianity, into Christianity and to honestly just creating my relationship with God and reading the Bible more and more. I feel like I've been more led spiritually in the way like, oh, like, I don't know if this is actually biblically correct.
Sound, let's put a bookmark right there. Try to find my
ball. That is important.
But again, your friends, your bishop, your uncle.
Yes. My uncle was my bishop at the time. And everybody in my life, or the majority of people in my life, especially when we did leave the church, were LDS. And I even at one point had like a calling in the church, and like I was very much in it.
Locked in,
Anyways, 2020, I went to school in 2021, and that's kind of more when I stopped practicing really anything. And we would go to church like every Sunday. Quarantine, that like definitely influenced not going to church. But yeah. So family really cared about us, and we're sad that like we weren't going to church. But I think leaving the LDS church and kind of being pulled in all these different directions of like not knowing really what I am without it, has made me a stronger believer. Wow. And has helped me and influenced me to form my own intimate relationship with God.
Amen.
And I'm loving discovering that. Amen. And it's very recent. And it's the best thing ever. Because I feel like I've actually been able to form a genuine relationship. And it's, I don't know,
I understand the part about the genuine relationship, because obviously when we look at comparison, and please tell me if I'm wrong, anything about the LDS, please correct me, that there's a lot of work base that comes behind it. I believe it's, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 2 Nephi 25:23 that said, Nephi, that you're saved by grace after you do all you can do. Is that proper?
So I read the Book of Mormon when I, like, all the way through in 8th grade. And from the sounds of it, I'm sure it's definitely accurate. I mean, you obviously have done your research. But I think the LDS Church focuses a lot on doing things to please the Lord. And then focusing on the relationship afterwards. Versus, and I don't think that's the case for everybody, right? Like, everybody's different, but that is just the principles.
Or the foundation.
I mean, there's the Word of Wisdom, which has all the other stuff.
The Pearl, what's the
Pearl of Great Price is where that's in, and it's in the Doctrine and Covenants and all that stuff. It's another book in the Book of Mormon. But what was I gonna say?
All right, let's pause there. I'm sorry, audience, because you're probably like, yo, what's next? I gotta hit this approach shot. Aspect. So 2 Nephi, either 23, 25, 25, 23, when it says you're saved by grace after all you can do, which to me shows like you must do works to obtain grace. And then in the scriptures, in Ephesians 2:8, it says you're saved by grace through faith, not by works, so that no one may boast. So then there's the differentiate between that. And my reason for saying that too is because the Bible is one of the Mormons' foundation per se, like one of the 4, right? Or if I'm wrong?
No, because it's, so the LDS faith, the fullness of the gospel, coming from them and coming from Joseph Smith, who is the first prophet, and seer, all the good stuff, all that other stuff. And so a lot of people are like, it's the fullness of the gospel with the Bible and the Book of Mormon. But so many people in the LDS faith focus on the Book of Mormon and then the Bible. Which can be contradicting.
100%.
Like, very contradicting. And so even for me, like, earlier this year I was like, oh, should I like join the LDS church again, or like go back to church? And that's what's influenced me to go into the Bible, because I want, when I have my future family, to be able to back what I'm saying. It's just so, it's a lot to unpack.
A lot to unpack.
So much.
I'm gonna try and unpack this approach out here. I got 76 yards here.
All
right, this match is over. You par, right?
I also have like 10 years of golf on you.
But the amount of work I put in, I feel like I shouldn't be shooting like plus 14 through 9. I should be like a plus 5 or something like that. Sometimes I do that.
Just like that.
Right. But the question I was gonna say too is like this thing about like planets. Is that accurate, or more like a stereotype they make fun of Mormons for?
So it's true. But it's not something that people like focus on ever. Like, I didn't hear about that until people were like, oh, is that this and this? And I'm like, what? Like, I had no clue even about that. And so it's more like after we die, like we can become like God and become
That's what it says.
And then, and so.
All right, finishing hole.
Yeah, you guys can hit again first.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of the conversation, we're in a deeper
conversation.
Yeah.
So that's like all that other stuff. It is like weird.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to be super respectful. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But I just like, and that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just the more that I get into the Bible.
Yeah.
So, to be completely honest, at the beginning of this year, I was like, I'm gonna maybe go back to church. Like, I'm gonna go back to the LDS faith.
Church. Yep.
And I was like, but I want to do it in like my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read all of the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to read the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
So I bought a Bible and a Book of Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is my plan.
Yeah.
So I started reading the Bible at the beginning of this year.
Yep.
Super into it. Super like I'm reading it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Then I stopped, and then I was like, okay, like I just really don't care like to do that. So stopped like pursuing that. And then like in August I like locked back in and am pursuing it again. But at the same time, like as I read the Bible, I'm like, I don't even want to, because I don't believe it. And the more that I like spend time in
the
that
Bible,
thought,
the Book of Mormon.
The Book of Mormon. I don't want to read the Book of Mormon again.
Wow.
Or even like entertain it. And a lot of my friends, like I've been going to church with, I'll go to the LDS church with them sometimes because I live in an environment where it's very common.
Yep.
And I respect it. And all my family is LDS, so like I respect it, and I do believe that a lot of the core values and the core
there are some similarities
principles,
for sure.
It's very similar. Like if you look at it at a very surface level, Christianity and Mormonism, members of the LDS Church, are and claim to be Christian, and I do believe that they are Christian because they're followers of Christ, and I believe that's what a Christian is. Okay,
but what if it's off a totally different like theology? Because my thing would be like, let's say if I'm like, my best friend name is Jose. Let's say if I'm like, hey man, I'm about to go call Jose. You're like, I'm about to go call Jose too. But you're talking about a totally different Jose. Because we look at the Jesus in the Book of Mormon, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, says that like he was
the father
born like us, and he his obedience led him to like godliness, as opposed to we say, well,
it is.
He is spiritual there. So
I know.
That's why I say the difference is, and I think a part of it, and tell me if I'm wrong, you do care a lot because you love a lot of your people in the LDS because they're your friends.
Yeah, friends,
and
family, everybody I care about.
You want them to like come to like know Christ too, but then you have this hindrance because it's like they're two separate things.
100%. But everybody that not everybody, but like a lot of people in the LDS faith are some of the most Christ-like people I know.
In terms of character, I agree.
Right?
I always say the way that Mormons are dedicated and obedient to their faith is how a Christian should be walking out. Like, man, we misrepresent Christ a lot.
100%.
But
it's also the core principles of it are you have to do X, Y, and Z so that you can be saved. Where you're
that's where it differentiates with the God of the Bible. Because I'm in here too. Because TA. But as I was saying, because again, tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
If we do enough works, again, we become like gods or become a god? Is that what the Mormon church? Because then we look at the book, but Isaiah, they said the scriptures say that there's no other gods either before me or after me. So then, like, there's that thing.
Well, and that's where I'm like also getting into the Bible, and, like reading it more and more. I just see more and more differences. But it's interesting because the LDS faith relies so heavily on the Book of Mormon and then the Bible versus the Bible and then the Book of Mormon. The Bible in the LDS church as well is the Joseph Smith translation.
Wow.
And so it's like King James Joseph Smith translation.
Wow.
So there are differences between a Christian Bible. And I know there's different like versions so that it's
English
better
Standard,
understood.
New
But
Living
it's for it to be better understood. There are different things. And it's just like, for me, as someone who lived so heavily in the LDS faith and like literally poured myself into it, believed it in my entire being. When I left, I had an entire faith crisis. Like, it was something I cried over all the time. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, dang, see, we probably need more time on this episode because the other thing I want to ask too, the Apostle Paul says in Galatians, he says, if anyone preaches a gospel contrary to the one of this, then he should be accursed. So how, I mean, that's probably something you're still digging into, trying to wrestle with.
But
like,
is something that I have like recently, because I recently have
TA, come over here.
Made such a shift in my life to follow Christ and not just be a believer, but like a follower. Because there's a difference. And bye, you guys. Have a good night.
Right.
And it makes such a difference in my life. But
reading my Bible has been something that like recently has brought me so much joy, and I like every week I can't wait to go to church again. To like worship the Lord.
So what church do you go to?
It's called The Well in Utah.
Okay.
So and I've really enjoyed it, but
and that's
it's a non-denominational.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Hope I can non-denominational this shot right here. All right, we had to get off the green because someone's behind us, but Leighton, it was really nice playing with you.
So nice
I want to gift you with this caddy splash.
Thank you so much.
Club, keep them grooves
I could
clean.
have used this during my
Absolutely,
round.
yes. Guys, if you want one, just go to caddysplash.com, use the discount code golfandgospel10. Start hitting tour-like shots. But again, first off, I know we kind of ran out of time, but just thank you for being transparent. You could have came in here and like lied and said like everything's perfect, but there are still some things you're wrestling with. But I am glad to hear how the Lord is convicting your heart to steer you towards the God of the Bible. And I'm not saying that from like a prideful standpoint, like, we're the rulers, but like, I truly think salvation comes through Jesus, not by works, but by grace through faith alone. And we do have a responsibility to live a life that reflects Him in obedience.
I agree.
So I am happy to hear that. Again, disclaimer, I love all my LDS brothers and sisters, man. I've coached with some, I trained some. They are great, great people. But when it comes to the theology and the difference between the God of the Bible and the God of the Book of Mormon, that's the proper term.
I mean,
two different theologies, man. And I know they will say like, well, we want you to come to know Christ through what they believe. And I'm going to say, well, I want you to come to know Christ through what I believe, man. But I wish we had more sunlight and more golf to continue the conversation, man. But again, appreciate you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.
Now I got to clean up the driver, man. But we'll see you guys on the next episode of Golf and Gospel. Peace.